I'm Cody from Jersey Nuts Sportfishing, captain and owner. I've always been a good public speaker, I guess, so it's never, I guess I'm not afraid of the camera.
Taking Line is presented by Magictail Outfitters. Use what the pros trust. Visit Magictailoutfitters.com to check out our tournament-winning gear. Since 2020, over $10 million in tournament prizes has been won on our lures.
Today we're out here fishing in the Outer Banks. We're running from Wanchese Marina all winter. Been fishing professionally, I guess would be the word, for about 12 years, 13 years. Grew up fishing with my family out of Long Beach Island, and my brother and I started the business in 2012 when I was a senior in high school. But we also do a lot of tournament fishing, primarily myself on the 61-foot vessel. This past season we had a really good season. We took first in the Jimmy Johnson Quest for the Ring in Atlantic City in a couple different categories. We won the heaviest tuna, the overall big eye stringer, and first and second in the mahi category. So we had a really good tournament there, brought home some good winnings, and we also this past season won the Beach Haven White Marlin Invitational with a big eye. That was actually a great tournament. Both days we were back to the dock early with several big eyes to weigh, and yellowfin. I think we won some money for a yellowfin as well. And then over the years, I mean, a lot of different placements. We won the Manasquan Open, the Beach Haven tournament a few times, taken a lot of money from a lot of different places. Third place in the Mid-Atlantic one year. But yeah, we do a lot of tournament fishing, basically July and August. There's a lot of tournaments to fish, but yeah, I consider ourselves pretty good at it, and it takes a lot of effort to be a good tournament fishing, and there's some very good boats that I respect that are at the top of their game that we compete against every year, and to be able to win against them is a huge thing. So like the tournaments. Jimbo and I are out here fishing today, just the two of us. It's most boats fish three, even with cockpit controls. I would say is pretty normal. Not saying that we wouldn't, but Jimbo and I work pretty well as a team, and we only have helm controls on this boat, so the guy in the cockpit is truly on an island once the rods get cleared and we settle in on the fish. So it's definitely a challenge. The guy fighting the fish has the much harder job. I try to stay up in the bridge and hide away from that and get Jimbo to do it. You got to have your harpoons set up so that the guy fighting the fish they're within an arm's length. We keep two harpoons ready to go, one on each side. We have our gaffs ready. We have our tail ropes ready. Preparation is probably the biggest part of fishing as a two-man team, because you don't have a spare set of hands to run around and get things ready. So, making sure before you even leave the dock, everything's somewhat ready to go, and then as soon as you get the lines in the water, making sure your station, I call it a station, is pretty much set up to handle it, because the guy fighting the fish is going to throw the harpoon too, most likely. And once we do that, I'll hop down from the bridge, typically throw the trolling valve in gear, hop down from the bridge and get a tail rope on the fish and get it tied off. It's definitely challenging, especially when the sea conditions are tough, like they are right now. And it keeps the mate very busy in the cockpit with lines. Again, I got the easy job right now. We're out here bluefin fishing. What you're looking for, honestly, with these giants, it depends a little bit day to day. Where we're fishing today, there hasn't really been a ton of bait and bird life or anything. So what I'm really focused on is some marks. Today, a lot of the marks are deeper than they were yesterday. Seas are pretty stirred up, so they could be hiding down a little deeper to get out of the surface work. But you know, I mean, right now we're looking for marks. On an ideal day, you have bait to work with. Giant bluefins are big tunas. They eat a lot, so there's always bait somewhere nearby where these fish are. So if you're looking for bait, on a great day, you see surface action, whether it be the fish themselves, you know, creating whitewater on the surface, or birds to give their location away. You're not going to see a whole lot of surface stuff, I don't think, at least this morning with the current sea conditions. But yeah, I mean, it's not much different than most tuna fisheries. You know, you're looking for signs of life. It's just these fish can be a little bit more scattered, and yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to put your time in. It's you know, it's not an instant gratification type fishery. So you got to work sun up to sundown as hard as you can to get that bite and then capitalize on it. And we are using 130s. We're fighting everything out of the gunnels right now. Commercial fishing. So we've got 130 class reels. Magictail just made us some custom rods to go with them. 8-foot rods, full Winthrop components. Having proper gear against these fish is probably the most important thing. Getting the bite is actually probably the easy side of things. Where you know, your gear gets tested, you know, once you're actually hooked up. So you know, we run long fluorocarbon leaders, top line terminal tackle. Anytime something gets chafed or touches the boat in the wrong way, you replace it. You work hard enough for the bite, so you got to make sure your gear is top notch. So you can't spare a dollar in this fishery. If you do, you're probably not going to land the fish. So take a lot of effort in rigging up each single rod. You know, you're only fishing 4, 5, 6 rods most days, but you spend a lot of time getting them ready and making sure everything's perfect. My brother and I fished our entire lives with our family. You know, weekend fishermen, fun fishermen, recreationally. Grew up with boats. You know, and our uncles really. My grandfather started the offshore fishing, but my uncle and my father really took it to the next level. And then by the time my brother and I could rig a ballyhoo, we were changing things and re-rigging stuff. And I'd say we kind of took over the boat when we were maybe 10 and 15 almost. And one day I was a senior in high school, my brother was a senior in college, we decided we wanted to run a charter operation, and Dad said absolutely not touching his boat for that. So we went out and bought a boat, 28-footer, and chartered that for 2 years, but our soul was in the offshore fishing. That's how we liked, that's what we grew up doing, that's what we wanted to do. So shortly after that, we upgraded to our current 53-footer that we've had 12 years now, and the rest is kind of history. You know, we built our brand, we built our reputation, kind of a, you know, no drama, no BS type operation that's centered around their customers, and we fish hard. You know, that's what you can expect of us, but We grew up doing it. We've been around it our whole lives. I learned how to tuna fish before I learned how to catch a fluke, right? And not many people, I think, can say that. So, as much as at only 31 years old, I have a lot to learn. I feel like I've learned a lot, and I would say from the time I was 10, I was actively involved in it. So for 21 years of tuna fishing, I feel like I'm pretty good at it, but you learn something new out here every day. And anyone that says that they know it all has probably just got too much pride. So yeah, we've been doing it our whole lives. So, I mean, these fish are a true test of the battle. Yesterday we had a 74-inch fish. Nothing jumbo, but you know, still a 20-minute flight, and still test your gear as much as you know, as much as it can, right? So at the end of the day, a bad crimp can be the difference between you getting a fish to the dock to sell and going home empty-handed. That's just the reality of it. So take your time and you do everything right, and your terminal tackle is huge.
So we're on our way in. Long day. We got out here early today. A lot of guys left the dock late. The weather this morning, and I wish I could say it paid off first thing this morning, but we put our time in. Released a few short bluefins, a lot of king mackerel bites. Even had a shark. We got around 2 o'clock though. We got the right bite finally. 74-inch bluefin. Same netted here today, making crystal new shoe. Jimbo whooped its ass. Got her tied off, got her on the deck. It's late in the day. So we're going back to Oregon Inlet here, right at low tide, so see how she looks. But good day overall. I mean, a lot of action. If we had a charter, they would have been busy. Jimbo the jerk, well, he's smoking a cigar right now, so he earned it. Yeah, at the end of the day, we got a fish, take it to the market. So we got the fish in the boat, got the gills out, the guts out, finished plating, cleaned it up. Iced her down, got her at the fish bag back there, and we'll be heading to the fish house here to get her sold. And yeah, I guess hopefully we get a decent buck for it. It's not a big fish, so it probably is going to be what it is. But you know, different quality, different payout. So we'll see.
Bedtime, Jimbo. Bedtime.
Take it, mate.
You're gonna sleep good tonight. Many fish come in this afternoon?
Not much.
Yeah.
3?
First thing this morning was about a couple, right? So at Jersey Nuts Sportfishing, when we started it, we set out to be a little bit different. And you know, of course we consider ourselves very good fishermen, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of very good fishermen out there. So in order to separate yourself, we pride ourselves on our customer service and our customer experience. We can't always control the fishing, but what I can tell you is that we're going to give it 110%. You're not going to have mates sleeping. You're not going to have captains, staying closer to home just because it's going to save fuel. Just the overall customer aspect. We certainly plan on catching a lot of fish. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. That's just the honest truth. Any fisherman says otherwise is just lying to you. But our operation is built around our customers, and we love our customers. And I'm kind of the point of contact for the entire operation. My phone number is 609-354-2734. That's probably the best way to get in touch with us. Our website is jerseynutssportfishing.com. We have an interactive calendar on there where you can see open dates and actually book right through there. But of course, get in touch with me if you need to. And then our social media, Jersey Nuts Charters on Facebook and Instagram. We try to keep pretty well updated, especially with stories. Yes. Yep, perfect.
And that's how you sell tuna.
So we definitely, our gear, just like our team, it's very important when you do this day in and day out and year round to have good gear, right? So we do fish a lot of Magictail products to start, from rods, and then ballyhoo heads, the Magictail heads. They got the new, I think it's called a Magic Ballyhoo out. That's going to be a big part of the spread moving forward. And then Sterling Tackle is primarily who we use for our spreader bars. Run some plugs. We have a good relationship with Portland Line. That we use a lot of that, and also AFW products for leaders and stuff like that. Gear is very important. There are good products and there are bad products, so you weed through them, and you have to rely on that stuff. Everything from a Spro swivel, we spend extra money to make sure that not only when we're tournament fishing, but our clients when we're charter fishing, that we pride ourselves on not having tackle failures. Products are huge. We use a few different types of reels, so we don't really have a huge preference on reel type. Anything that you use day in and day out is bound to have an issue here and there. We put everything to the test just on the extreme level. So, but if it's not going to work, it doesn't stay in our spread. So anything that we fish is what I consider, top tier, first class. And there's a lot of products out there that don't last. So the teams that we work with are proven. We built our business around offshore fishing, so we're very well known for our overnight charters, 26, 28, 30 hours in length. We run those trips June through early November, depending on the season. Sometimes it stops in October. But those overnight trips, there's just so many reasons that they're better. You're gonna burn the fuel going out there anyway, right? So for X price on somebody's boat, you run a day trip and you get maybe 8-10 hours of fishing time. For a little bit more to do the overnight, we're getting double the fishing time. And in addition to that, you're getting dusk and dawn, which is huge. Anyone that knows much about fishing knows how important those time frames are. And it also gives you the ability to make a move overnight if you need to, change positions, and it's fishing. Sometimes you'll go 15 hours without a bite, things will change, right? So just the more time on the water, I can tell you hands down, you're just going to produce better results. So we built our business around the overnight offshore fishing out of Jersey. We're on striper trips in the spring and fall, some sea bass fishing in the spring. But yeah, there's nothing like offshore fishing. That's why we're down here in the Outer Banks too. It's the Giant Bluefin fishing down here is world class, and anything tuna. It's just what we do. And tuna fishing is pretty much our passion. So we try to do it up and down the coast, and catch them year round. We got a 61 footer that runs out of Atlantic City, probably more a luxurious vessel, and then the 53, which we're on here today, runs out of Point Pleasant 9 months of the year. And yeah, we got a good team. Everything about our operation is team, especially like today when you're commercial fishing, you got to have a good team to put a fish on the deck. We had a good day yesterday, lines in, catch a fish, go home. Hopefully we'll do the same thing today. So spread wise, right now it's rather simple. We're fishing 3 ballyhoos, skirted ballyhoos, and then a Magictail, I think it's called a magic ballyhoo, skirted as well. So we do change head sizes and some colors based on the conditions. When it's a little rougher, we typically run a little bit heavier stuff so that it runs a little bit more true, so that your wind isn't catching your lines and dragging them across your spread as much. I honestly prefer to fish lighter heads, contrary to how a lot of folks fish, or like the trend was there for a while of super heavy heads. We're fishing Magictail heads or Joe Shoots. You know, they do have different actions on them. A lot of people say a lead head is a lead head, and to a general extent, I agree with that. But they do have, the Joe Shoots and the Magictails do have different actions in how they swim. So we're fishing a little bit heavier stuff today. Typically, I am a fan of lighter colors. A lot of stuff with crystal in it. I think right now we're pulling a couple blue and crystals, pink and crystal, and then I believe a pink and blue. You know, it is a little bit overcast, so I mean we might swap one of them out to a different or like a darker color today. Kind of get some more contrast in the spread. Which, you know, if we were tuna fishing with a 12 rod spread, we'd always have some different colors in there, but it seems like the lighter stuff has been fishing pretty well the last few days, but today is definitely different conditions. So we'll kind of play around with it as the day goes and try some different stuff out. Yeah, pretty simple. I mean, baits and a magic ballyhoo. Yeah, so fish Jersey Nuts. If you come fishing with us, you'll see the slogan, "Get 'em giddy" somewhere. And that means to get the fish fired up, get them going, get them coming up in your spread. You know, we used to just say "get 'em" a lot, and then we added the word "giddy," and it's kind of just stuck with us. So get 'em giddy.